Hello, hello. I've been asked a question on how to find a queen and how to approach a female. Well, first of all, you got to remember that I am your queen, and if you are my knight, you are to stay loyal and devoted to your queen as your main leader. But you are allowed to have your other queen to serve physically and to practice what you have learned on. So today I will teach you on how to approach a queen. You have to understand also that you shouldn't have this illusion that your perfect queen is out there, sitting there quietly waiting for you just to find her. And when you meet her, everything will click. It's all perfect. What a perfect match. That's a fairy tale. You make your queen. And how do you make your queen? By bringing out, bringing out, whatever you like to call it, the qualities in her, the qualities that you would enjoy and find attractive in your queen. And we have all sorts of qualities inside us, because we're always changing, and there's all sorts of little personalities here and there that haven't manifested yet. So you know how some people make you do things like, I don't know, donate to a charity, and some people make you do things very selfish that you're not really proud of, and some people make you angry, and some people annoy you, and some people make you want to help them. And we are so different, and we have a lot of different personalities that we haven't discovered yet. And somebody will bring out the right personalities in us with the right skills, pressing the right buttons here and there and here and there and here and here and here. You have buttons all over the place, and so does your future queen. You just need to find the buttons, be very skilled to bring out the right personality in anybody. Identify your queen. Okay, we've got a target. Is Goldilocks sleeping on the step? So we got a target, and now it's about making your target see you. And how do you do that? Most guys would go directly and try to impress their target in one way or another. You never go directly. You never have a one-on-one date or meeting with that person. You have to impress them indirectly. Why? Because when you impress them directly, it's obvious that you're trying to impress them, and she doesn't have the time and she doesn't have the space, but she's concentrating on you to think it over and analyze. But if you do it in a group of people, say more than 3, then she will have time to think about it and decide if this is the right night for her, and what she finds attractive in him and whoever else. And to impress a girl, first you have to show your core, but you also have to be wrapped up nicely. So don't think it's all about your personality and your brains only. You have to look pretty, because we like pretty things. So no hair sticking out of the nose or between the eyebrows, cleanly shaved. If you don't like waxing your body, fine, that's fine. You can look like a bear, but make sure you're wearing clothes. And some girls like bears. Also nice, clean dress, up to date. Not something that your sister gave you 10 years ago and that you think is comfy, but it doesn't look that great. Oh well, it's comfy. It's not going to impress anybody. Your core and also your wrap. And you're perfect. You're ready to impress anybody. Just right. And when you show your core, be honest and be open, because if you're exaggerating or if you're not telling the truth, later on it will be revealed and she will be somewhat disappointed that you're not really that person who you were trying to show. So, better show her what you can be and what you're sure of in yourself. Indirectly, that means you are talking to the other person when she is present, and she is the third party, analyzing and looking at you and your action. Now, the next step is to make yourself available for conversation. And you'd be surprised how many guys are not available for conversation and how hard it is to approach them for some females. Why? Because they have this wall of shyness and insecurity and not being confident in themselves that they just don't let anybody come to them. You have to open your doors and just sit there like this. Smiling is fine. It doesn't mean that you're sexually harassing her. It's just a kind human smile. Not the smile so like, yeah baby, nice ass. But the smile that you would smile with at your grandma. That kind of smile like, grandma. Right. And make yourself available means in whatever environment you're in, place yourself in a situation when you're sitting there quietly doing nothing, not playing with your iPhone with your ears plugged, and not reading a big newspaper to cover all of you up, but sitting there quietly with an open smile and open doors here and there for her to come in and inquire. There's maybe something that she could find out about you. Seems obvious, right? But you'd be surprised how many people do not follow this rule. How many people are afraid that a girl might actually approach them and talk to them? Not you? Perhaps, but think about your actions so far. When you see somebody nice sitting at the same table, a large group of people, and you think, yeah, she's nice, I'd like to talk to her, and you're talking to the person sitting next to you like blah 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 blah, so that she doesn't even have a chance to cut in. And you'd end up sitting on the opposite side of the table because you think that, oh, if I sit next to her, she might guess that I'm interested in her. Ooh. What if she does guess that you're interested in her? Yeah, you lose your joker, but... okay, making yourself available, the doors are opened. And she comes, and she talks to you. Whatever she says, like, hey, how long have you been in Thailand? Or whatever else. Have you had lunch yet? Oh, I saw you somewhere, aren't you, from the same department? Whatever she might say to you, never talk about yourself. So the word I, me and my should be avoided like cockroaches. It's scary and it's disgusting. Unless she asks you, and even then you don't have to use personal pronouns. You just give short, concise answers. She asks you where you live. Yeah, just in that area. Okay. Oh, yeah. And be curious about who she is. So be the more receiving side, because that is what you ultimately want. But you want her to make a decision that she wants you. And once she makes that decision, she's yours. Works perfect. But if you try to convince her by this and this and this that you want her, and she might say, well, might as well give it a go. After all, he's got a really good job and he seems kind of nice, and why don't we try it? No firm foundation. If something clicks in her mind that she's going to go and get you and grab you and make you her knight, then you're in. You're in very securely and at a stable position that nobody can really shake. So, don't talk about yourself. Just receive whatever she's talking about. Receive and inquire. Receive and inquire. That's your role. And then, what happens then? Then you withdraw. And you withdraw first, so that she doesn't think that you're there available all the time. Oh, I better get going. Well, it was nice meeting you. And wait for her to make further contact. And when you withdraw, make sure you don't do it with a face like, oh, you were so boring, I can't wait to get away. But since it was really nice having this conversation with you, and I'm very much impressed with what you had to say, and unfortunately now I have to go for this reason. And then you just wait. You wait for her to make the decision. And the decision will be, I want to see you again, or I don't want to see you again. It's one or another. There's nothing in the middle. Because that's how our brain works. If we want something, we want it. If we don't want it, would you like an apple now? No, yes, no, yes. You know what you want, right? It's not like, yeah, maybe, but I'm not sure. I have to consider a lot of factors. It doesn't work like that. Something inside you tells you whether it's yes or no. And that yes or no does not necessarily depend on you. It might depend on you and from what she sees and what she hears, but it might also depend on other factors, like she's got 100 other people approaching her and maybe she's approached, so she might be thinking about them, or she already has somebody who is serving her well enough, or she just doesn't like the way you smell. And by the way you smell, I don't mean the smell of your perfume. By the way, never use perfume. Never use perfume. You're killing these chemistry little thingies that spray from your body and fly all around you that women can smell. And if you go like psh, 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 with some chemical deodorant, yeah, it might smell nice, of freshness coming from a number of chemicals that get into your nose and make you want to sneeze, but it will not get a woman thinking of you in the way you want her to think of you, perhaps. Well, if you're trying to approach her for a personal relationship, you should be considering chemistry and wonder what it's going to be like with her physically as well. We're all human beings, so chemistry is quite important. You can have a beautiful core and beautiful mind, but once you get close to her and you smell her body odor, her breath, and just sense her physically, then what if it doesn't match? What if it doesn't work? Then it would be quite hard. Then you can just be good friends, which is alright too. And who knows what will happen in the future. So, you wait for her to make her choice. Never make the choice yourself. Leave it up to the female, because she is the queen, and the queen should be the one picking her knight. Like in nature, the queen always picks the knight. So I hope this lesson does some good for you. And try it out on somebody. I'm sure you like somebody in your environment. That is if you're single. Or not, just to try it out. See how it works. See you. Hello my sister queens. No, this is not another video. Oh yeah, why not? Hello my sister queens. Today I will not tell you. I'm going to make a separate video for it.